Hi guys, Aka here. Hope you all are doing good and enjoying the holidays. Today, Evony graced us with several updates and we're going to take a quick look at all of them. Now, normally, I try to avoid covering new generals that Evony releases because, they do that all the time. But the generals that they gave us in this update are quite special. So, let's take a quick look at them. The first one that we have, Great Lord Zeus. Yes, folks, Zeus is now in Evony. Okay, I'm playing around. His name is Zuka or Zuka, but I'm sorry, but he looks a lot like Zeus. Anyway, if you look at his stats, he increases siege attack 40%, siege and ranged troop HP 35% when attacking. That is actually pretty decent. And if you look at his specialties, they're all siege focus. So, by all standards, a decent general. Now, I actually like this general, and I was hoping to get him, and I suspect a lot of you might be excited to get him as well. There is one little bummer that you need to know about this general. Now, if you're like me, you were thinking of getting him maybe as a siege assistant for Petronas that you have. One of my alliance mates has both those generals and was kind enough to check it for me. And unfortunately, they don't work. Yep, that's the little bummer that we have with Zuka. He does not pair with Petronas. So, if that was what you were thinking of, then you probably have to find a different use for him. Okay, the other general that got released today, Mason Weaver. This pretty lady is one of the characters from the Kong movie. So with James Conrad that we had earlier, it's kind of not surprising that we got this character. But you see it, right? It is weird. Anyway, that aside, her stats, she increases range and siege troop attack 20% and range and siege troop HP 25%. Now, this part is interesting. It says when she brings either a dragon or a spirit beast. Now, I've not been paying attention to all the generals that Evony has been releasing, but to my knowledge, she's probably the first general that unlocks her full stats with either a dragon or a spirit beast. Usually, it's just dragons. And if this is a new direction that Evony is going into, I think it's a good direction because we have a lot of spirit beasts that we are not using, and a lot of people have too few dragons to spare for generals. So, for me, it's a welcome addition. Her specialties are primarily range focus, so you would largely be looking at using her as a range assistant if you didn't have already. Technically, you could also use her as a siege assistant, and her basic skill is good enough for that, but when it comes to specialties, you might want to look somewhere else. Now, to get Mason Weaver, if we come here, we come to Truth Seeker. In this event section, this is basically kind of like what we had for Princess Kaguya and for Ashoka. You get the truth picture item, which you can get 4 from monsters every day and 2 from gathering. And then you spin or open to try to unlock Mason Weaver. In addition to that, you get some other rewards as consolation prizes, I guess. And yeah, that's how you get her. In this other section here, the Skull Island Memories, this is basically like the lucky cards where you get the various items, compose, and then you get rewards. The main thing that you're hoping to get here is the avatar frame, which you see at the top there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much special else going on here. Okay, so that's it for the generals that we had today. The next important thing that was released today, if we come here, we can see that Evony have released the King Kong Spirit Beast. Yes, finally, King Kong is in Evony as a Spirit Beast, as we all anticipated. If we take a quick look at his stats, you can see here, he has Marching Range Troop Attack, Range Troop and Siege Troop HP, Mounted Troop Defense debuff, and March Size Capacity. So these attributes are somewhat okay, but to be honest, it's a bit confusing because then you'd have to think, okay, what do I use him for? Just having a quick look at it, you'd probably want to be using him on a range general, especially for those that don't have dragons right now. But the question is, would he be a better pick than some of the other spirit beasts that we have? In my opinion, if we compare him to the Thunder Scorpion, for example, I think he would make a better fit for a range general than the Thunder Scorpion would. So that's something to keep in mind. Of course, you would have to unlock him to actually get him. You unlock him by getting the Spirit Beast skills, which you get some drops from bosses and you pick up along the way. There's also a pack for you to buy. Now, the good thing about this event is that if we come to the redeem section here, you can see Soul of King Kong. You need 400 skills to redeem it, but you also have the chance to get Pegasus or the Fox Mask for the Nine Tails if you didn't have them already. Both of those cost the same thing as the King Kong, 400 skills. So most likely, unless you're coining heavily to get these spirit beasts, you would likely come down to a choice between one of the three. That would be your choice. For me, since I have both Pegasus and Nine Tails, if I can make the skills for King Kong, that's what I'm going for. And as you expect, in addition, you can also redeem some other things down there. You can redeem the foxtails. You can redeem the badges for upgrading Pegasus and other rewards as you scroll down. So that's it. Now, the last important update that Evony did, which in my opinion is a very, very welcome one, is that if you come to the bosses, you can see here that we have more presets. Evony basically increased the number of presets that we have by 1. As far as I know right now, everybody got 1 additional preset automatically added to their game. And for me, this is great. The more presets that we have, the better our attacking options will be. So I'm very happy with this one. Okay guys, that's it for this update video. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the holidays. Wishing you a happy new year in advance. And I'll see you on the other side of 2023. Lots of love guys. Aka signing out.